everyone, Audrey here. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to do stuff like this, reverse tie-dye. It's really in and I think it'd make really good Christmas presents. So I'm going to show you exactly how I made this and a couple other things. Here we go. Okay, so black, when you bleach it, is going to bleach down like this does, how it's gonna, this was a navy blue shirt. It's gonna stay black and then go to gray. But like this dark charcoal gray will actually go all the way down to white. And so we are going to bleach it, wash it, and then tie-dye it. And then the reason that these don't go all the way down to white is because they're, I think they're 50-50. It's my daughter. 50%, let's see. Oh, 60% cotton, 40% polyester. So that polyester is what won't let it go all the way white. But these black t-shirts are 100% cotton, so they will go all the way white. And I'll show you what these look like too. So first, we're just gonna start by folding them. I'm drinking wine today. I'm on break. Not on break, on holiday. I have a week off. So cheers. So this shirt, I'm going to do a spiral pattern. And to do a spiral, these shirts are dry. When you do regular tie-dye, you do it with a damp shirt, but when I do bleach, I do totally dry. So you just take it and pinch and just twist. And you kind of want to make sure you don't get too big of spots going up. And it helps if you kind of help it along. So, because these areas that are up like this are the ones that are going to get bleach on them. And you have to make sure you have a bunch of rubber bands because you're going to want to band it really, really tight so the bleach doesn't get all the way into the shirt. A lot of people will do like flip it upside down because the spiral on the back always ends up so nice, but I always end up, when I do it that way, not like liking the back better than the front that ends up being this side. So I just keep it face up the way you normally would. Okay, next shirt. Another short sleeve cotton shirt. And now what I'm gonna do on this one is I'm going to like accordion fold it. And I don't want it to be perfectly spaced apart. So you kind of just go back and forth and just kind of scrunch it up like this. And you want some little, some smaller, some bigger ones that are further apart. And then all you do is you want small rubber bands for this. It makes it a lot easier. And you start at one end and you just put one like at the very end of the shirt. You want to kind of keep your lines going across. Like so. And then you're going to do the same thing on this side. And the t-shirt part, like this part, we can put, kind of get your folds going out again. And you do another little rubber band out here. I'll do the same thing on this little sleeve. So now I'm just putting this rubber band right in the middle. So right now I'm just folding all the shirts and getting them ready to bleach. I'm not bleaching yet. It works best if you kind of do everything, fold it all and then bleach it all. It goes a little quicker. So here's my two t-shirts. And now I'm going to do these charcoal gray sweats. And I'm gonna do these in a spiral too. So this one I'm gonna do like in the middle of the shirt. And same thing, I'm just gonna pinch and turn. Pinch and twist it. Once you get the first rubber band on, then getting all the other rubber bands on are really easy. Same with these pants. We're gonna do another spiral to match the top so you can have a little matching set. These are so fun and they're so comfortable, and boutiques are selling these for like $150, and you can go to like Walmart or go online to Fruit of the Loom or Hanes or one of those and buy these sweatpants. They're like $8 and the sweatshirt's the same exact amount. And this is so easy to do at home. Kind of just pick a spot in like the big piece of flat fabric. You don't want to do it like right in the crotch. That would look really weird. So just go to the side, and then the legs will just kind of go around and just make these pleats so they're not, you don't want any pleat way bigger than the other. I think all this stuff will make really, really good Christmas presents, especially because it looks like everyone's gonna be like quarantined for Christmas. So there's no reason to put on anything nice for Christmas. Everyone can wear matching sweatpants. Really fun. Homemade matching sweatpants rather than the rather than like flannel matching pajamas. This would be way more fun. You can get stuff for the kids. You can have kids help with this. We have to make it fun with how much we're home now. Okay, last ones are these black ones. For these black ones, I am going to do like this. So it'll turn out kind of like this sweatshirt that I have on. Now it's time to start bleaching. So I have two different things here that we're gonna bleach in. For these, we are basically going to like submerge them in bleach. And when you do it, you're not gonna like push it down in. You don't want it to totally submerge it. You just want to make sure it's covered and cover all the sides, and then flip it over and do like one last dip. And you want it to look like it's almost all gonna be bleached, but you don't want to totally like push it into the bleach and have bubbles come up. You don't want that much bleach or else you'll end up with a fully bleached shirt. So we are going to pour bleach into the bowl. For gloves. So you're gonna pour quite a bit of bleach in here. And I just do 100% bleach. I don't mess around with water in it at all. And then I'm also gonna get this this foam brush will help. If you have any spots that are missing, you kind of just dip it in and brush it on to make sure it's covered. So I'm going to do a really light dip in, because this is the side that's really nice and clean and you can see it all. So you don't want to fully dunk on that side. You just want to do your first dip into the bleach and out of the bleach. And you can see that you got it really good and covered. Now on this side, this is when you want to get all your sides in, get this all fully covered in bleach. And then you're going to do this, push it in there, bring it up, and see in that center how it didn't get any bleach in there? That's when I use this. Because you want everything that you can see to be covered in bleach. And that's your first one. And you're just gonna let it sit, and since this is that charcoal gray, it's gonna go white and it's gonna be really cool. If you like the look of this orange color, you can wash it out now. You can watch it just depending on kind of how you want everything to look. I have another bottle of bleach. So again, anything that doesn't have bleach on it, just take your little foam brush and get in there. This one's making me a little bit nervous that I may have bleached the whole thing. Hopefully not. Sometimes you just never know. It'll still be cool. We're gonna tie-dye over it anyway, but the look that we're going for, and if I end up having a mistake on this one, then I have some more sweats and I'll show you what the right way to do it if I end up messing it up that bad. Okay, so make sure you wash your hands in between each one, especially on these ones coming up. I'm gonna do the t-shirts first. I barely have any bleach on this sheet pan for this because it's such a thinner material than the sweatshirts that you don't need a whole lot. It absorbs a lot really fast. So I just do this, dip it, and that's it. So right here, this kind of got folded up. So this is again when I'll use the foam brush and get anything that wasn't touched by bleach in this. And you can kind of bring it out on these little creases. And then you're gonna do the same thing on this side. This one's bunched up really weird, but it's okay. Looks like mostly everything. Watch out for the tag. And that's what it's gonna look like. So it's turning orange. This one's gonna go totally white as well, because this one's cotton. So we're over here. This is that first t-shirt we did, and see how white it got and this stayed really black. My tip for cotton t-shirts is, once you have it white like this, you wanna wash it out in hot water and then hang it up to dry for 24 hours and get it really good and dry, and then wash it in the washing machine. And that'll keep your black black and your white white. If you were to just rinse this out and put it straight in the washing machine, this would fade and it wouldn't look the way you want it to look. So this is the first one with a spiral. And I'm just gonna wash it out. Get the water good and hot and just really rinse it. You don't want to leave the bleach on these cotton t-shirts too long because it could eat through it and make holes. I'm just gonna go hang this up outside. With these ones, the darker ones that you're bleaching, the sweats, what I do is I get it on here and then I take all these rubber bands off and I hang them up outside and let them dry. I get these totally dry, just like I do the cotton t-shirts. I just don't rinse them out first because I really want it to be like very gray to the black. So I just let it dry and then I throw it in the washing machine. So what we're doing is taking this off, taking the rubber bands off. I'm gonna hang dry them and then I'm gonna wash them and I'm gonna show you what they look like. And some of them we're going to do a whole second step and tie-dye over the white parts or even the gray parts. It'll look really cool. So we're back. It's been about 24 hours and these shirts are the ones that I bleached and then I rinsed and I hung them up to dry till they were dry, and then I put them in the washing machine and washed them. So this is how this one turned out. Okay, with my sweats, I like to bleach them and hang them up to dry and let the bleach dry 100%. When you do that, you get these like crisp, light and dark areas, and your black areas won't fade. I did not do that when I did these charcoal grays. When I did the charcoal gray, I didn't let the bleach dry all the way, so it really faded this dark, dark gray that was near black. And I'm not crazy about the way it looks, but you guys might like it because you might want to leave it like this. All of this stuff is damp before I tie-dye it, and I'm using this RIT synthetic dye for these. These are 100% cotton, so I'll use a different dye on those. And you'll need rubber bands. And just, I put them in these ketchup bottles, and you can just mix it to the instructions on the back of the bottle, and make sure you're using synthetic dye if your materials have more than 50% polyester. Okay, so I know that I started my spiral right here in the middle before, and I'm going to just do it in the exact same place. So, because I'm using 3 colors, I want to divide it into 6 sections. So kind of keep that in mind when you are dividing this, and you'll see what I mean. I don't like this would make 4 sections, but I'm going to put it at a slight off angle and then put another rubber band here, so I have 6. You want to check the back of your shirt and make sure that where all of your rubber bands are crisscrossing is in the nearest point of the most middle point of your spiral. And you want to keep flipping those back and forth to make sure that everything is even. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the pants. You can see where you started your spiral. So I'm just going to start right here in this big bleached out part and just start spiraling again. Okay, so I'm going to put my gloves on, and I am using blue, purple, and pink today to tie-dye with. And I made 2 bottles of each, so I'm going to use like 1 whole bottle of each color for the sweats, and then 1 whole bottle of each color for the sweatshirt. So I'm going to start with the sweatshirt here, and I'm just going to make a pattern. And this is the pink. So you just want to fill it all in. And I'm going to go directly across on this side too. And I'm not going over yet, but I kind of like to go around a little bit so I remember where each color goes. And I kind of pay attention, and I don't want to use more than half the bottle on the front side. So I stop so I have plenty to go back and forth and redo more if I need to. Now, when you flip it over, you want to make sure that all your dye is totally cleaned up, so you're not getting the wrong color dye in a spot that you don't want it. Make sure you get the sides. So all I'm going to do is put it in a bag and keep it in a warm place for 24 hours. So I'm moving on to the sweatpants, and I'm going to do just the exact same thing. Okay, so I have the t-shirt here that I dyed, and I'm not going to use, I'm going to keep using the same dye for synthetics just because I have some left over, and I want you guys to see how exactly it will look if you were to take a shirt like this or the other t-shirt and dye over it. And you can also do that with the black and gray sweats if that's the direction you want to go also. I'm gonna leave a lot of white in this because I think it looks really cool. And then all I'm gonna do is turn it over, and remember from the top I did purple, blue, pink. And I wanna wipe this all off so I don't get dye where I don't want it. And you can kind of see where it bled through. So where it bled through, I'm just gonna add more. So when I do a shirt like this, because I'm really specific on where I want the dye, I am going to just leave it flat and let it dry like this overnight, and then I'll wash it out in the morning. So we will check in tomorrow to show you guys the finished product of all this. I'm back a couple days later. So what I did was, after I tie-dyed them, put the dye on, I put them in the bags, and then after 24 hours, I wash them in the sink with hot water until I get most of the dye out. And then I wash them one at a time. Like I wash these two together, and then this by itself, and this by itself in the washer on cold with laundry detergent. So I wanted to show you how they turned out. This one turned out really cool. This was the one that was charcoal gray that we bleached and dyed over. And here are the pants, which are really cool. This was like the tiger striped t-shirt, and I just put a little bit of dye on top, back. And then this is the spiral t-shirt. These ones are kind of cool. They turned out really muted, which is nice. And then this is the black one that we accordion folded up and put in the bleach. And here are the pants. I think they turned out really cool, and I think this stuff would make really, really good Christmas presents. So if you like my video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.